like I want to sell 100 deals to 1,000. I'm like, that's the call I'm going to get on. And then I'm getting on Gary's role playing stuff. Then I'm getting on Monday motivations call and all these things. But when you say 25 deals to 100, it's like, how many of these people is it? Is it 1? Is it 5? Is it 10? You know, how many is it? I don't know. But if you ask me what you guys are doing over there with Michelle's group or whatever, it's like you should have a bunch of those people there. Like, what is Michelle doing with that? Okay.
Yeah, and we do. And so for me, within my organization, that's the growing pain I'm going through. Right? It's like, hey, there's a need. I've got to find a way to fill it. What's the best way to do that? Okay. Right. And so I'm just trying to grow into that, if that makes sense.
So, okay. I'm glad you brought this up. This is what I've talked to Michelle about. And this is what I've talked to a handful of other leaders that run their group. Like, it all has to tie back into the big group. But here's the thing. You got to contribute to the big group. Because it's like, if you don't contribute and we're not operating as one, really, then they're like, who the hell is Gerbig? I don't see him in my upline or what. It's like, that's just another call. Or who the hell is Gary? Because there's some divide there or past stuff or whatever, you know, or sure. I never heard of top agent experts before or whatever, because I'm in this group. That's what I'm saying. We all outgrow groups and opportunities and all that stuff. And so getting very hyper local or very hyper specific to the avatar that you're attracting is good, but moving them on to the next like call or vision is important, because when Blake was building his stuff out, that like he would have people on team lead calls that didn't need to be on team lead calls, and then people on other calls that didn't need to be on them, or they were lower level calls. And they're like, damn, like I'm way more advanced and skilled than this call that I'm on. And so then it was like, it felt like you're wasting time or whatever. And so understanding where to get these people is one thing inside of Top Agent Experts, but being a quarterback inside the cloud is another thing. So every Sunday I look to see what's coming up in the cloud with the icon training and the university and all of that stuff. And so I send stuff. You guys see that I put it on my Insta stories. If you guys follow my Insta stories, you see that I'll post it, whatever, not every week, but a couple times a month, like what's coming up for that week. And I can tell you that it isn't washed up people or whatever. It is the top in that city. It's the top in that topic. It's the top in, whatever, that expertise. And so when people will hit me up, I have my calendar repopulate every week. I run 2 different calendars. So I run my personal calendar with my business, and then my EXP email calendar is populated with Canada and the United States training. And it's just value stack. Do you have that happen, Matt? So like, does it auto populate for you?
No.
All right. So let me give you a hack. So okay. I'm gonna show you something. Can you see my screen?
I can.
All right. So when you come over here, because everything shouldn't be on Top Agent Experts. This, like everything we do, man, like we're driving it because we know what it takes for that extra mile, like what Mike's doing, what Live and Direct does, what Gary's doing. You know, the essential role of why this call right here has been live for 5 years running. And this has been the longest standing call at like all of the things that we've done, or they've stayed around or whatever. But when you come over here and you go to this calendar, right?
Yep.
I only use this for what you and I were talking about. And so when someone hits me up, I'm asking them this. Like, what is going on right now in comparison to Adam Bailey? How to think and grow rich in real estate. And I guarantee that this is off of the principles.
So this this is the EXP University?
Yes, this is what's going on. And so look, I have it populate every single week, and it's changing because the speakers change everything. I can look at next week.
And where do I go to get this calendar?
You can go into the tech team and ask them to connect it.
Okay. That's my next.
It should be part of onboarding. Okay. The thing is, people look at it if they put it on their normal calendar. I cannot have this shit on my normal calendar.
Yeah, that's overwhelming.
Now, when I'm looking at the training, let's see what other training is going on against me right now. The staples to driving and business, and they're all top icon people right now. I actually know this person. She's
Okay.
solid. I don't know the other person, but I know the book or the principles that he's
Yeah.
probably teaching on, but he's an icon person. He lives this shit himself. Then social media mastermind. This is all going on the same time this call is. Like you
Okay.
have an option. And then
Yeah.
when you look at accounting 101, the basics of accounting at EXP, you know, how the stock works.
Adam,
So when
Adam?
you look at, hey, Michael, let me finish. Hold on. So
Yeah.
when you look at somebody asking you questions or what I should be doing or whatever, you could pull this up and be like, hey,
This
next,
should be my point of reference.
right,
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
right.
All
And
right.
so this is
Bet.
like, this is where you need to be getting people in the cloud. Everything's in the cloud. The thing
Yep.
is it might not be the information they want at that day, but I would get the icon stuff dialed in. And
Yep.
you could take all of this stuff off your calendar if you want and boil it down just to a specific topic that you want. Is that how?
Yeah, no, that makes all the sense in the world. So I just got to go into tech and get that. I got to run to another call, but Adam, thank you so much for
Yep.
this. This is actually a really big damn deal.
Yep. All right. What's up, Michael?
Yeah, Adam, no, I was gonna say for Matt, like all that he has to do is go on the EXP training calendar, and there's a button there to add a specific training to the Google Calendar. But anyway, he's off, so that's okay.
Yeah. Well, okay. Does it sync it to his main calendar or his?
Yeah, it syncs it to its main calendar. So like the icon training is every Tuesday and Thursday. You
But
just
Michael, he
yeah,
didn't want it.
yeah.
He didn't want it on his normal calendar. Like I don't want it on my normal calendar. So tech had to go unless they got it now where I could put in a different calendar. Because if you go and click that button, it's easy and I love it, but it just syncs it into your main calendar. Like unless
Oh, I see. So he wants to see like all the training. I was just
All
thinking
the-
just to get
Right.
one or two. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's like me. I can see all the training and then I can edit it out, but I don't have it on my main calendar. So yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Something I've started to do is I get my VA to scrape the training to look for the icon training that's done by Canadians. Since you know how our people are, they see an icon training. Oh, it's not done by somebody in Canada. I don't know if it's my thing, right?
Yeah.
But for
this-
sure, like there's high quality training there. It's definitely underutilized, and that's when we need to present it to people who just because it's free, right, doesn't mean it's not brilliant.
Well, no, exactly. Well, that if you were paying for it, you would treat it different.